Oh man, what is good, fight fans? This is Ashley's Corner. And man, I wanted to give the Porters the benefit of the doubt. Lord knows I did. I'm telling you, I did. And when all the signs was pointing to him being a ducker, I was like, yo, but I'm gonna see what he really has to say when the right questions is asked. And since they was asked yesterday and a little bit today, I think I seen another interview. I think it was posted today. He's ducking the fuck out of my boy Errol Spence Jr. Yes, Shawn, you are. And Kenny Porter, the father is making sure Shawn don't say nothing wrong. Like he's during this interview, he cut his son off so many times, man. It was like, yo, they ain't talking to you, they talking to me. Kenny, you don't fight, your son does. Okay? Y'all need to rehearse your son on what to say before these interviews take place, because the way this interview looked, and you just kept overpowering the questions that was asked, and your son was trying to talk, you continued to cut him off. It don't look right from the outside. Just wanted to say that it don't look right. All right, he was he said during the interview that they ain't looking to fight nobody, no one besides Keith Thurman. So no to Terrence Bud Crawford. No to Errol Spence Jr. And Errol Spence Jr. I seen that footage. He did call him out. Nothing has been said yet. Now this is, and from Kenny Porter, you is saying that he used to train Errol Spence Jr. back in the day. You should show him a little bit more respect. And the only reason why I get mad when fighters do shit like this is because this is what you signed up for. You getting rich off of this shit. You should at least follow the damn rules. If you signed on to fight the best, and you say I want to fight the best, boxing is supposed to be a sport where you're supposed to gradually come up in the rankings to get yourself a title. If that's not your goal, you shouldn't be a boxer. You're just here just to get a paycheck. And if that's the case, then stay a C-level, D-level class fighter and just be there to whoop up on. If that's how you really feel, yo. Seriously. Cause this shit's really irritating, y'all. It's nobody in the world. How you want to say? But with this interview right here, he was asked about Errol Spence. He said Errol Spence seems to be the king of the division. All right, and most people don't want to see him. So what is your thoughts on Errol Spence? Shawn Porter said, I definitely don't think he's the king of my division. All right, he said that I definitely think he's a top tier fighter. And then started talking about Lamont Peterson. He has a tough fight in front of him. I know Lamont, and I know his team, and I know they have a game plan. I know they're gonna execute it. I can't wait to see it. And I plan on being the king of that division. Are you freaking serious, yo? Really trying not to cuss right now, but are you motherfucking serious? Seriously, yo? How the hell your ass is supposed to be king of the division, and you just sit up there and blatantly say it with your father that you ain't looking to fight nobody but Kenny Porter? What is this, a 2-for-1? This ain't a sale. You lost against Keith Thurman. It was a good fight. It was a better fight and a closer fight than when he fought Danny Garcia, but you lost against Keith Thurman. And I guarantee you keep saying that, we already know what Keith Thurman's going to do. It's the same thing goes for you. You don't never change up your fighting style. Never, okay? The same thing goes for you. He know what's coming to him too. How about that? You're not going to win the rematch, bruh. You're not. You might as well try to get another belt. At least you'll have a belt. At least you will be one time again. You will be a champion again. But no, if you're not going to fight nobody else of any significance besides Keith Thurman, your ass ain't going to be the king of shit, Shawn. And I mean that. Oh, man. And you said, I remember it was another interview I seen. That shit made me shake my head. I was busy. I couldn't make a video at the time when I seen it. But he was asked about Errol Spence, and he said, I don't know how much longer I can make 147. You can't make 147, yo. Since when, Shawn? Since when? You've been fighting since 2008. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do think, I'm not 100% sure. But I think his whole professional career has been at welterweight. Maybe I'm wrong, it's like I said. But it's still been, how many years have you been fighting at 147? But you can't make 147 to fight Errol Spence Jr.? So disrespectful. But you can make 147 to fight Keith Thurman again. So everybody gets to turn. Everybody gets to ride the Porter train in bully style fighting, but Errol Spence, huh? Errol Spence can't do it. That's crazy, yo. The fuckery. Come on, Porters. Y'all gotta do better than this. Now, and you got the nerve to talk about Danny Garcia and everybody else that's ducking. Seriously, yo, you ducking too. It's blatant. And Errol Spence Jr. Look, 90% of motherfuckers knew when Errol Spence called out Danny Garcia, he was gonna act like that shit never happened. We knew it. We didn't want it to happen. We still wanted him to fight it, but we knew he wasn't gonna say shit. We know that he ain't ready for that fight. He ain't never gonna be ready for that fight. But the way you talking right now is ass backwards, yo. You giving Spence all the props and respect in the world until he got up there where you was at, and now he's close enough in the rankings to fight you. Now you don't want to give the man no respect. You don't want to give him no. I mean, he fucked up Kell Brook for you, man. He did that for us. He brought that title back to the U.S. for us. Kell Brook gave you the blues, bruh. You at least should show some type of respect. Goddamn. And you know what? Pause. I'll put both of the links into the description of the two interviews that I'm talking about. This picture right here is from Fight Hype. Fight Hype gave this interview, and the one before was I believe the Boxing Voice. I swear it's just like the Porters just want to sit back and watch everybody kill each other. Y'all just want to watch all the real hard hitters and the real dogs and at welterweight to fight each other, so y'all can sit back, watch, analyze, and be like, yeah, I think I got a game plan. You don't have a game plan now, though. The only reason why any fighter wouldn't want to fight you, though, Shawn, is because of all the headbutts you be hitting people with. Like, them headbutts be powerful as shit. Like, that's the reason why a lot of people don't want to fight you. Like, because they don't want to look like they've been in a war, and in reality, you only hit them 10%, you know what I'm saying? But them headbutts be leaving, that shit be fucking people up. Like, nobody want, the fucked up eyes like you got, Porter. Like, that shit, you a bully breed, but not acting like a bully in your own division. The shit's sad. Ooh, man, yo. Shawn Porter, you sound just as confused as everybody else that try to justify why they not fighting somebody. And you're not even trying to justify it. You're acting like it's not worth the fight. Everybody knows if you already had a belt, Keith Thurman would fight you because you have a belt that he doesn't have. But I know none of these fighters know that they can beat Errol Spence Jr. You can't take that IBF strap. If you could, you would take it and then ask for that rematch, and I guarantee you he would make you priority. But you know you can't win. But instead of being 100 in a combat sport, that you knew if somebody came into your division that you didn't want to fight, you should have thought about that before you started being a boxer. And what's sad is that in his amateur career, he fought at a bigger weight class. He fought bigger people, heavier people, and actually had success in those fights. But this is somebody that your father trained, so I know you kind of know a little bit. You know Errol Spence personally just a little bit, at least a little bit. You have to, even though it's been such a long time. You know what I'm saying? And recently you compare this. Okay, Shawn Porter, when he's asked about power and how hard somebody hits, he never can give an answer. I don't care who he fought. You can pull up all the old interviews. He never gives an answer. He's always like, well, I don't know, man. It's during the fight. You really don't know. But yet, when he was asked recently who hits harder in between Errol Spence Jr. and Keith Thurman, he said Keith Thurman. But yet he said that Errol Spence Jr., he hasn't fought him. He fought him in sparring, but it was a very, very long time ago. And they fought in 15-ounce gloves or something like that, he said. But he gave Keith Thurman the power. He gave Keith Thurman the respect. He's giving Keith Thurman the fight and the rematch. Errol Spence Jr., being the weaker fighter in your eyes, he can't get a fight. You're full of shit, dog. I think you're full of shit. I'm calling full of shit bullshit on you. Because it doesn't make any damn sense, bruh. For real. I understand that you want that rematch to make yourself feel better. This is an ego thing. Because if this was really about boxing, you would just get another strap. And go fight Keith Thurman. Or you would just suck it up, knowing that this is a contact sport. You can't win them all. You can't beat everybody in the world that's 147. And take the fight. This is what you signed up for. You're going to get paid if you lose. It doesn't matter. It's like these boxers is more into how their ego is more than anything else. It's like if they can't get a bunch of people that they knocked out, like no matter how sorry the fighter is, their ego gotta be built up first. Just like, it's a lot of fighters in every weight class that does this shit. Like your ego gotta be big in order for you to take a big fight. But you signed up for this. Your ego's supposed to have been big before you even wanted to be a boxer. Like, come on now. This shit doesn't make no sense to me, yo. Some people are born to do this. And some people just crawl and get into the fetal position and say, no, I don't want it. I don't want to fight him. I don't want to fight him. Look at all these other sports, man. Name one other sport you can do this shit in successfully and nobody be upset about it. Like, in football and basketball, they don't have the luxury of saying, you know what, I don't want to go up against him. If you're a running back, guess what? You got to go up against him. You have to. Or you fuck around and get benched. They take your contract away. You're fired. Same thing with basketball. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's on the team got to do their part. If you ain't doing your job, what are you here for? Seriously. This is upsetting because not only Errol Spence, but Terrence Crawford too. I remember interviewing him saying that I just can't wait for him to come up to 147 as if he was going to fight him at 147. No, but you don't want to fight him. And for real, with your bully style, it would be a great fight. Like, you would give Terrence Crawford a little bit of problems, bruh, but you don't believe it. And it seemed like Kenny Porter don't even want to help you believe it. So you're down to fighting a bum until you fight Keith Thurman. It's just sad, bro. All right, man. I had to get that off my chest. I had to say something about it. That shit is disappointing. I'm disappointed in the Porters, yo. But always like and subscribe to the channel, man. Peace.